What is going on, y'all? This is the Caveman. I'm here with Football with Oz Austin for episode 103 of Against the Blitz. And today we are joined by a very special guest for what's going to be a 2-round mock draft. We're going to get into the weeds a little bit. We did a traditional 1-round mock draft a couple of weeks back, but we're going to really dig in, and we have some help from one of our very special friends, Taggart Kent. He is one of my favorite content creators to follow on Twitter, on TikTok. He gets into all sorts of hilarious arguments, especially on Twitter, that lead to some very good TikTok content. So, Tag, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you, what you're all about? Thank you for joining us.
Of course, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see how early Keldrick Falk goes. I'm thinking top 10. Baby Dallas, that would be great. But yeah, a full government name on TikTok, Twitter, and I'm missing one, YouTube. I just had a YouTube video that did fairly successfully. Maybe
nice.
Some viewers have seen it. But yeah, Taggart Kent on everything. We have fun.
Yes, we do. We had Tag on last year for a mock. I think it was a mock, if I remember correctly. And it was super successful. It was a really good time. And he's making his second appearance. This is definitely going to be a yearly thing, I feel like, at this point. So
I would love it.
Like I said, 2-round mock draft. We were discussing how to go about selecting how we're going to choose what team we go with. And I think we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, Austin, I know that you got stuck selecting for the Jets in our first mock. So I'll let you go with the easy first round Las Vegas Raiders selection. If you want to spice it up, feel free.
Positive? Are we positive it's easy? I don't know. Dan Orlovsky told me otherwise.
Dan Orlovsky is playing the victim card.
Yeah. I think I'll stick with the Heisman though.
Yeah. You sure you don't want to think of Carson Beck or anything?
I thought about it. I thought about Taylor Green. I heard he tested well, but we're gonna stick it as Fernando Mendoza.
Well, we'll just go in order then. Obviously, there's not much comment to be made on the first pick, but then we'll just go from top to bottom here. So Austin, Tag, and then myself, and so on and so forth. Tag, you get the pleasure of choosing for the Jets. What do you?
I love it here? Actually, because if this is a 2-round, that means the Jets have lots of picks. I could turn around this franchise. I thought about maybe making this the most realistic thing possible. I think I'm going to go somewhere in the middle. The most I've seen here is Arvell Reese. I don't know how much I see the full-time edge potential with him. I'm going to go with my best player in the class. I'm going to go Ruben Bain. Use help on the defensive line. Ruben Bain is a freak. Positional versatility. I think it's in a position where in a position where the Jets could use literally everything. I think Ruben Bain is the type of guy where he could fit multiple holes. I guess, and it kind of helps, not only immediately, but this is a guy who's going to be really good for a long time. I know the measurables can be a bit strange, but I have philosophies with guys like that, kind of like, I don't know, Aaron Donald or Rashawn Slater, where if they're so good despite it, take the player. It's because he's good at football.
There has been 2 bag videos released for 2 of the top edge rushers recently, and one went very well for Ruben Bain, and the other for Arvell Reese. It's not been good. Whoever told him to post that, or whoever in Ohio State and their social media team had him post that, was doing him very wrong.
It was rude.
It really was. Like, that was horrible, man. Wasn't there somebody last year that had something like that? Like,
I mean, Landon Jackson had the worst bag work video of all time, but
okay. Yeah, I know. Trust me. We talk about that like once a month. Well, for the Cardinals, the Cardinals are a team that obviously we see a lot of offensive tackle taken at this position. But I do feel like this is a team that could look elsewhere. And I suppose if Arvell Reese is going to fall to them at 103, I don't believe that he's the best edge rusher. I don't believe he's the best off-ball linebacker, but I do think the Cardinals are in a position to potentially use either of those positions. So I'll choose the supposed best player available and go with Arvell Reese, and they can figure out where to throw him. They've had their fair share of, positionless-ish players in the past, and it hasn't gone to plan, but maybe this one will.
I like that a lot. He doesn't really escape the top 3, but he's, especially after his bag work drill, I think it's going to be a lot of questions about how much of an edge rusher he really can be or will be. I wouldn't read too much into it. And I think that would be a really good pick for him.
Feels on brand for the Cardinals too. Zaven Collins, Isaiah Simmons, like they love these dudes who you don't quite know where they're going to play, but maybe they have some talent.
Yeah, I mean, fans might hate that the most, especially just because they had Zaven Collins and Isaiah Simmons,
Yeah.
and they just can't draft them. Like who else? Darius Robinson, another like tweener player that they like, and also just disappeared off the face of the earth, I think. But this is the one. This one is going to be the one.
To be fair, I do think he's probably the best prospect of that bunch. Well, Isaiah Simmons was talked about pretty crazily, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I don't remember. What year was
Yeah,
that?
Zaven Collins was like
that was 2020, 2021.
More recent.
I think it was 2020.
Might have been 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Tennessee Titans. I hate David Bailey, so we're not doing that.
Welcome to the
And
club.
I did Jeremiah Love last time. I think we're just gonna give him Sonny Styles. I'm not gonna try and think too hard. I'm just gonna give him a really good football player.
Wow. Not bad. That complicates things, me. But not really, because I don't know. I'm looking at the Giants. This is another team that can go in so many different directions. But with Sonny Styles off the board, I think I'm taking the card and I'm running it up. I know it's a little weird because of how well Scat played at times last season. I'm taking Jeremiah Love. And we're just creating the most nasty, dynamic,
I like that
rushing offense that the league has seen. Just really dialing in to that aspect. Just having a 3-headed monster once Scat gets healthy.
I mean, they turned his ankles into yams, so I do think there is a reasonable thing where you might not want to wait for Scat to come back and then see what that is. I'm not so like Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary pilled where I can't, take one of the best running back prospects of my generation. So yeah, I like that a lot.
I don't think just because I don't think Scat, even if we're assuming that he comes back extremely healthy, is the type of player where you would be like, well, no, we just can't take Jeremiah Love, even though he is so great. It's not that kind of player.
I don't. Without Dable around, he was Mr. CTE, abuser. So I don't think they'll be looking to just run, their top players into a wall. They'll probably like to spread the love.
It kind of feels like in this situation, it'd be like getting Bijan when you had Tyler Algier. But Tyler Algier is good. It's Bijan.
And then Tyler Algier became the most hated fantasy player ever. So.
Yeah.
Cam Scattaboo, you are well on track.
Sharking all the touchdowns.
Well, that will bring us to the Cleveland Browns. Oh, the Cleveland Browns. I feel like they've invested enough in the offensive line in free agency so they can pass. I feel like they got enough out of the defensive draft selections they made last year so far. They are currently rolling out, I think, Harold Fannin as their best pass catcher right now. I guess maybe Jerry Jeudy on a good day. So I feel like I have to go with, do I go with my guy or do I go with who I feel like would make people less mad?
Give him your wide receiver one.
I'm going to give him my wide receiver one. I'm going to give them Casey Concepcion to the Browns. I think Casey Concepcion is the best receiver in this class. I think it is being so overthought. So overthought. The two biggest concerns with Jeremiah Love, with Casey Concepcion, are his hands, which were focus drop issues, and his ability to play against zone, quote unquote, which I feel like is becoming the most overblown narrative in this entire draft cycle. Like, if you can beat man coverage, you can be taught how to beat zone coverage. You don't just lose all of the capability to beat somebody to the ball because the coverage changes. So I feel like across the board with all of the receiver prospects, other than Mekhi Lemon, that is who I would have went with otherwise. I do think that he has the most fixable concerns and is the best separator.
Okay. I mean, I like shaking it up. I mean, you're not the only person I've seen with Casey at wide receiver one. I think like Bill Sparks has him there too. So that's pretty cool.
Good at most of the actual receiver things. There's two things, and it's one of the reasons I don't like Denzel Boston when it comes to receivers, that I'm hard to get over. It's if you can't get open or if you can't catch. Because those are two really difficult things to fix at the next level. KC, maybe they are concentration. I don't know. But it is, number one is a bit heavy. It's a bit, 6 overall is heavy.
It is. It would have been Lemon otherwise. I know people are all Tate pilled right now. I'm not one of them. I think Tate's very good. But I think as far as surefire, successful draft picks, if you wanted to go that route, I would have went Lemon. But I'm going to go with my guy.
Let's make it fun.
I respect that.
You influenced me. You said go with your guy. I said, okay.
Yeah, I like that.
The peer pressure.
Not peer pressure. Get your guy. I mean, I'll take my guy here. I'll take Carnell Tate, 7th overall to the Commanders. Because I think he's the best receiver in this draft. I feel like kind of comfortably. Like, I know his style kind of conflicts with Terry McLaurin, but at the same time, I'm not so scared of like Terry McLaurin being on this football team for a long time, especially after this last season. So I think I am very willing to take the best receiver in this class, 7th overall.
Yeah, that feels like a spot other than maybe Kansas City for me, where that's his best fit, like playing alongside Terry McLaurin and really being that high end number 2, like that T. Higgins, George Pickens type of player. Those are the 2 spots I really like him, because I am a big Tate guy. He's my wide receiver 1.
Hell yeah, we like that.
In terms of number 8, the Saints are always a difficult one, I feel like, especially if like all of the top end like skill position players are off the board. I'm going to start popping champagne though and throwing a party, because 2 wide receivers went off the board and one of them wasn't Mekhi Lemon. Maybe it's a little weird to have Mekhi Lemon and Chris Olave on the same squad. I don't know. I don't think it is, because I think both of them they have this kind of positional versatility, right? A lot of people think that maybe Mekhi Lemon doesn't have like the long speed to play on the outside. Maybe that's true to an extent, but I think everything else that comes with playing X, he can do at a significantly decent level, even if it's not like I made a comment with Dino Talk Sports name drop. Wow. That was like, do I think he is the JSN Puka Nacua level, like can do it all slot receiver that can also play on the outside? Maybe not, but I think there is a happy middle ground between those guys and like Khalil Shakir that he can live in, right? Where he's not solely just a slot receiver, and he can still be productive from, so many different positionings.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of view every receiver in this class as like a very high end wide receiver too. Like at their ceiling. Like I'm not drafting anybody in here to be JSN or Puka. I'm not trying to chase that. I'm just trying to chase somebody good that can play on my football team. And I think that like Lemon probably, to me, outside of Tate, has the best chance of doing that. Even if
that's how I feel about this entire class, really. It's a lot of players that are just like good. You're not getting any superstars in this class unless it's Ruben Bay, and that's a future Hall of Famer. But outside of him, it's like you're getting a good football player. Like even the best quarterback in the draft. Maybe he's not a superstar. Good football player. I think that's if you go into this draft with that in mind, you're gonna find some gems.
Yeah, I agree. 3 receivers gone in the top 10, and we're not even at pick 9 or 10. Damn. And I feel like it might seem bold, but at the same time, we just saw how much money JSN got paid, and we're seeing how much money is getting shelled out to this position. I do feel like whether it starts this year, but over the course of the next couple seasons, we're going to be seeing guys that might not be, the highest regarded get reached on, because teams are like, we cannot be looking to free agency anymore to fulfill this position. Like, it is just getting to be too expensive, even if the cap raises. I hate when someone gets paid and then someone's rebuttal to the overpay is, the cap raises. It's like, okay, so that doesn't mean it still isn't expensive. Like, it doesn't mean it's still not ridiculously overpriced. Like, that is such a brain dead argument.
I don't even believe in cap. I don't think it's actually real.
Howie Roseman has proved it. It's a figment of our imaginations.
No, I genuinely, I don't think it's real.
I don't know. The Saints are finally out of hell. It took them a long time to get out of that hell that they thought was not real.
Yeah, true.
Well, that brings us to Kansas City. And I took Caleb Downs for them in our last mock, and I'm inclined to do it again. Although I don't think what is Cater Kohu's nickname? Vader Kohu?
Yeah, I could not tell you.
Vader Kohu or something.
I didn't even know Cater Kohu was like nickname level.
No, he's not. I think I saw some Dolphins fan edit on TikTok at some point about him. But I don't know if that necessarily stops them from taking Caleb Downs, but I feel like it'll stop me just because I want to change it up a little bit more.
Darth Cater?
Darth Cater. That's what it is. That's funny. So with that said, I think I'm going to go with man. I think I don't like him. I don't like him very much, but I feel like they need some sort of speed on the defensive front. And they need someone to get after the passer that isn't Chris Jones. They have so many heavier, just lofty defensive ends and tackles. It's just like there's just no one quick on that side of the ball whatsoever. Like, they are all just huge, lunky oafs. So if David Bailey pans out, it would be a good fit for what the Chiefs could use because, like I said, there is just not a lick of athleticism on that side of the ball, like at all.
Especially with Chanel gone. It's like,
Yeah. They have like 5 Charles Omenihu's on the defensive line, and then I don't even know who their line like Nick
it's
Bolton.
a George Karlaftis fest, is what that is.
It really is.
King made it. King made it to me. Give me my nickel. Give me Caleb Downs.
Damn it.
Give me Caleb Downs. That is my Jalen Petre. Love it. Brian Cook.
I feel like with Caleb Downs, people have been so like, I don't know. I got a lot of comments saying like, well, he couldn't play the nickel because he's so good over the top. He can do both, y'all.
Yeah.
He can play wherever. That's what
Weddle.
makes him special. Yeah. Like he does not have to play just one spot. He could be all over the field. That's what separates Caleb Downs from like Nicky Manwari, who can only play in the nickel. Like if you had him over the top, it'd be a nightmare, right? Caleb Downs has positional versatility, right? I feel like people are losing that when it comes to like portraying him as just a safety. Number 11, Downs, Bailey are gone. Thank God Bailey is gone because I'm not taking him regardless here. Oh, I am going to play it safe, and I'm going to go the pro day darling here over the last week, Mansour Delane. I did really think about Jordan Tyson here for the last few minutes. If he ended up falling, I think that would also be a good pick, especially for a team that's wide receiver 1 is Jalen Tolbert. Please, for the love of God, get anything other than Jalen Tolbert. But
Gone.
I thought my shit busted.
I thought I was frozen. It happened to me before.
He stopped and I turned my head. I'm like, wait, am I out?
I don't know what to say. Into the abyss.
Wait, I could pop.
And kind of the thing about receiver too in this draft class, there's some guys down the board I really like. And corner, not so much when you're looking for people that can play on the boundary. And so I think getting somebody who can this early on is a little more responsible than taking Jordan Tyson, although I like Jordan Tyson.
I mean, I think Jamad McCoy is the best corner in this draft, but with every single like crazy red flag he has in terms of like how he's not testing and he hasn't played football in like a year and a half, Mansour Delane's not far behind him to me, and he's participated and he's coming off of a really good year. So I think he maybe should be the first corner off the board.
Yeah, and this is all my master plan because Cave is going to take Jamad McCoy with this pick right here and turn around the defense.
Yeah, he was telling me Keldrick Falk the entire time you were away there.
I think Keldrick Falk would be a great scheme fit. Great fit. He'd slot right in. He'd be the edge rusher that can stop the run for you guys because that's apparently what he's supposed to be really
create
good at.
an edge rushing room of just mid. Him and Azaraku, just the battle of mid.
Goat. Goat.
Well, I'll grant you your wish. I am going to go with Jermod McCoy. It is slightly off-putting that Dallas is going to put themselves in a situation where their best corner a few years back, I think Trayvon Diggs tore his ACL, if I'm not mistaken, or he at least had some major injury, and then they drafted Savone Revel, who tore his ACL, and now we are drafting Jermod McCoy, who's got his own slew of issues, but this is definitely, like they were alluding to already, the best corner in the draft when healthy. So it'll be interesting to see if he takes a big slide, if it's like a Will Johnson-esque situation all over again. But I think in Dallas's case, he's just too good of a talent. This is too big of a need. Maybe they trade back. I think in the case where you're doing trades, and they're a popular trade back candidate, but they got to find a partner. So
yeah,
Jermod McCoy it is.
I like that a lot.
It's the age of modern medicine, man.
I'm cool.
Take the good player.
Yeah, I think he's better than Will Johnson too as a prospect, and I loved Will Johnson, so I'm not worried about it. And he was fine. He had a great rookie year.
He was fine. That slide was probably not. It was probably a little bit dramatic.
They're always fine. Every single one. Every single time somebody slides, they're fine.
And Caleb Farley didn't slide, and then
The only time that I pay attention to injury stuff is in the Caleb Banks situation. Big men with bad feet.
Yeah.
That's where I'll be like, whoa, pump the brakes.
All right, what we got?
The Rams.
The People's Rams. You know what? We're cool. I mean, I feel like their offensive line's being kind of underrated. I'm just gonna go Jordan Tyson. We're not gonna get too weird here. I'm gonna take like one of the last like eligible receivers off this board, and we're just gonna create like the nastiest receiver trio of all time.
I like it. I mean, that is pretty horrifying, especially if Tyson can stay healthy. The problem is if you get in a situation where Puka's in jail, Devontae hurts his hamstring, and then Tyson hurts his hamstring again, and then you're running routes with 4 tight ends instead of 3.
I'm in a tough spot here with Baltimore because Maui Noah is still here, and I really think he's good enough to stick at right tackle. But you do need a guard, and I think he would still be really good at guard. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to just stick with one of the best players in the draft. Thankfully, he fell to 14 and stick him at guard. And maybe, I don't know, Rosengarten has injury problems down the line. He'll be like a contingency plan at right tackle.
Yeah, Rosengarten, I don't know if he's like the kind of guy that you like, that you pay for a second contract. Like, he's fine. He's good enough for now. But, like, especially if you have a guy like Moanoa that can just be here and possibly be like Pro Bowl level. Yeah, he can go.
The Buccaneers, man.
This feels like a more boring spot.
Yeah, it does. I was prior to the extension of K. Dot, and I thought this would have been a Kenyon Sadiq spot, but I feel like they like Otten enough, and I feel like I could be wrong on this, but I don't think they play enough 12 to bother. So, I did take Messidor last time. I had the Buccaneers in this position. I don't want to do that again. Why do I feel like I have all the same teams? I'm going to go with Monroe Freeling. I think they're a team that could use some tackle insurance, and Freeling is a guy that tested extremely well. Obviously, though, he was like the talk of the entire combine. So he's a player that potentially doesn't need to start week 1, day 1, and this is the team that had, like I said, problems with their tackle positions with health concerns and talent, and they could use somebody on the back burner. So Freeling deserves to go, I should say, in the top 20 to 22 picks, and they're kind of reaching that threshold.
Yeah, like realistically, both linemen are probably going way higher than we put them because they always do every time. I don't like being the guy that drafts a lineman.
Like, I don't think Maui Noah makes it past 3, 4, 5.
No,
I don't think he does.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do it.
Nobody wants to be that guy.
No, but I love the guy. He's my favorite lineman. All right, so we got.
We'll learn who my favorite lineman is later.
Okay.
Maybe I'll take him at 17. Who knows?
To be determined. Okay. Well, for the New York Jets, we're definitely gonna need receiver or corner. You know what? We're gonna take a corner. We're gonna take Avion Terrell, who I think is in a spot. I don't think he's that far off of Delane and Jamal McCoy. I think it's a solid top 3. And if he was like an inch taller, I think most people would agree.
The size thing is I get it's valid concerns. That's why I said this is a great draft for like a slot corner. But Avion Terrell is so good on the outside that he's kind of like a D'Angelo Pons. D'Angelo Pons a little less because he is so short.
Yeah,
where it's like, dude, they're so good on the outside. Like, maybe they could just be a shorter corner. He doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, he's like what? Like he's like 5. He's almost like 5'11". Avion Terrell. He just like I think he just looks smaller than he is.
Yeah, he's one of those players, kind of like Omar Cooper, where like when I saw that he was listed at 6 foot, I think, or it might have been 6'1", I was like, what? He looks like he's 5'10" out there.
I was more shocked. Casey Concepcion was like heavier than Omar Cooper Jr. That made me
also shocked about that. That's why I was
going to put some weight on. Oh. All right, 17. I'm not a big Fano guy, and I don't think he's a tackle at the next level. Do I reach on a tackle, or do I take somebody that I think the Lions would like? And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go future Hall of Famer, gold jacket guy, multiple-time All-Pro, Keldrick Falk.
There he goes.
The future of the Lion. He feels like a Lion if he fell to the spot, and that's the board. Like, he feels like somebody. They like bigger edge rushers.
They do. I mean, they went like what? Zadarius Smith. What other like giant? Did they have Peyton Turner? Who did they have?
They had somebody last year who was actually pretty good for them.
Yeah, they're always fine. They're always like okay. They're always fine. But it's just.
But it's also it feels like a problem that pass rush has been an issue for them over the last few years, and maybe that's why because they refuse to take smaller edge rushers, but. Dude, I think it was 2023. It was the year that they went, and Dan Campbell was like, I don't know if we'll make it back. They had an edge rusher who was not similar to Falk, but like bigger.
I can see him in my head, I feel like.
What number did he wear?
It was something in the 90s.
90s. You slipping me.
He was 24. Mr. Levi Onwuzurike. That's the guy I'm thinking of. He wore number... I guess I wouldn't know. He wore 79, or excuse me, 75, 91, and 78.
Damn.
It looks like that year he wore 91.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah, I was Mr. Onwuzurike. But yeah, that kind of brand of heavier edge rusher they enjoy. I think they would appreciate a Keldrick Fall pick. And it's actually a spot that I think would work with him because he has a much better pass rusher alongside of him and Aiden Hutchinson to kind of take the load off of him, take away the double teams, allow him to work more one-on-ones.
I like it. Well, I don't like him. I do any of it. Well, I think Austin's nicer about Keldrick Falk. I also, the first 15 minutes of watching him, I was falling asleep in the nicest way possible. I genuinely was in my cube at work, having a hard time keeping my eyes open. Midday.
Hey, I've come around a little, especially if he plays less edge. But if we're sticking him out, facing tackles all game, I think we're looking at a traditional bust.
All right. We move on to the Vikings. And to be honest with you, I haven't been keeping up with too many big media mock drafts. So I don't know, other than safety, where else they usually deviate. But I'm going to do something that I feel like is a little abstract. And I'm going to give them Kenyon Sadiq. I think they bring in Kyler Murray. They want to load the offense up with as much talent as they can to capitalize right now. And they actually restructured Hawkinson's contract, so he'll be a free agent after this season. He's had a ton of injuries in the past. The guy just is not good at football anymore, let's be honest. The guy just is not the tight end he used to be. And I think, like I said, they are looking at this window of time, bringing in Kyler Murray as their time to win. I feel like a safety, as good as Dylan Thieneman is not going to move the needle as much as a potential athlete that Kenyon Sadiq could be at the NFL level. So you got Sadiq, you got Addison, you got Jefferson out there running routes for Kyler Murray. You are looking at a pretty demonic skill position group.
Yeah. Kyler found success with Mr. McBride. I know probably a much better player than Sadiq will end up being, but Sadiq, baller. I really do think people should start thinking about tight ends and position groups like wide receiver and running back as weapons. I do think Kenyon Sadiq is a top 3 weapon in this class. Maybe that's a little homerism. I know I'm an Oregon fan, but I love Sadiq.
Yeah.
He's great.
No, he's nice. No, I think Sadiq's probably going to go to one of the teams that we don't currently mock him to. Yeah. I think he's only mocked the same 2 teams right now, but I don't think it'll be one of them. I think it'll be some kind of weird team that already has a tight end, like Minnesota.
Yeah, they want to lean into 12 personnel. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing that.
The Panthers were who they went to. I think I put him there last time around. So
yeah. Interesting spot. For the Carolina Panthers, we're going to go with Spencer Fano, but to play center. Because currently they have Luke Fortner or whatever. I don't even know who their current center is. So yeah, we're gonna go with Spencer Fano to be an official center.
Not even to give him a chance. Not even just going to let him see the light of day out there.
Not over Taylor Moton or...
Well, yeah, that's true.
All right. I'm Jerry. I'm sitting my old ass in the chair. And I'm looking at the 2 safeties on the board. And I'm thinking to myself, which one do I envision being better as a strong safety or a nickel? And the pursuit angles with McNeil Warren and kind of the lack of oomph to his game make me think that this pick is still at Thieneman. Yep. It would be nice to be the first time that the Ducks had serious representation on my favorite NFL team. I know TJ Bass had been on our roster over the last few years, but serious representation, like a starter representation. So it'd be nice. I think it's a position that the NFL needs to value more. Maybe not maybe. The thing I like about Thieneman too is that he could also play in a traditional 2-high shell, right? There's some positional versatility there too. If you're wanting to play more, I keep Rodney Hood, the Jazz spot up shooter, keeps popping into my head. It's not our slot corner right now. What is his name?
Reddy Stewart.
Yes, Reddy
It's like
Stewart.
really
Another R name. He plays there more on later downs, obvious passing downs, and he brings Thieneman down to kind of help defend the run on early downs. I think you're very happy with that draft.
Mhm.
If you're a Dallas Cowboys, boost up that secondary.
I mean, I see people give him the Bengals a 10, and they're like cheering about it. And that's a little scary, but he's a good player.
He is. 10 is a little rich.
Yeah.
It feels like he's definitely a safer prospect amongst a lot of the top DBs. And given the route that I went with Dallas earlier, I think they definitely you go McNeil Warren. Not that I don't think he's bust material or something like that, but you need just a rock in that secondary because there's not many of them. It's just potential liabilities across the board. So,
and if in this scenario they turned a significant weakness into possibly a strength, especially signing Jalen Thompson. So
yeah, forgot about that.
I like the idea of like doing that. Eagles, what was it 2 years ago? They drafted Quignon and Cooper DeJean and just honing out on one weakness, making it a strength.
Yeah, I mean, isn't your DC Parker now?
Yes,
yeah,
the Eagles DB coach. So take a page out of their playbook.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers. I wish Keldrick Falk was here because I would draft Keldrick Falk to the Steelers to be an ass again. But there's really, I mean, as like unmotivated as I am by Pittsburgh as a whole, I just don't think, other than quarterback, obviously, that there's much that I'm like, yeah, they need that too badly. So it makes it kind of difficult, to be honest with you. I know that Austin disagrees, but I think if you're going to go Ty Simpson in this scenario, you're better off just rolling out Will Howard. You might as well just try that instead. I feel like I don't know.
Hate Will Howard.
Similar result, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you might as well just stick with Will Howard and see what he's got instead of potentially ending up in the same boat with your 21st overall pick off the board.
I agree. We should just put in Paxton Lynch while we're at it. While we have Will Howard out there.
Stop it. Yeah. Come on, he's got Michael Pittman and DK Metcalf and Roman Wilson now.
That is worse than his receiver room in college. Like by far, actually.
Probably is. Oh, I mean, it feels like Vega, the Penn State guard, is kind of the only pick really that makes a lot of sense in my mind. It just is so boring. I think did I take 2 linemen now?
Sometimes you got to eat your vegetables.
Yep. You do have to do that.
As a Cowboys fan, trust me, I know.
All right. I'll go with Vega. That's the second lineman I've taken recently. I'm not happy about it, but
damn.
I think it's a good pick, especially like that's a player that could go as early as the Bengals at 10 or like the Ravens at 13 or 14.
Damn. Took the usual only Chargers pick. Like that is the only player the Chargers are supposed to get.
Yeah.
So
hey, there's a duck they can take.
There is a duck they could take, and I think I actually might take that duck. I think I'm going to go Emmanuel Pregnon. I like that guy a lot.
Draft for ducks.
I like that guy a lot.
I feel like people have gotten lower over him the last few months.
I don't know why. Like
I don't either. He's awesome.
One of the most like rocked up guards in this class. He's so freaking strong. He has like a 35-inch vertical.
Yeah, he's a guy that even if you're like, well, I'm just not sure from a technical perspective. Have you like sometimes linemen can just be fun. Like how do you not like that player?
He's like straight up sucked 2 years ago. Like the fact that he's developed this rapidly and became
that's a good sign.
Awful. He went from awful to like really good in like 2 years. That's huge. Yeah, this guy's gonna be good. Like at least like a Robert Hunt level, I think. Like possibly like Damian Lewis, Robert Hunt level. Like would take that.
Yeah, I think especially in like the back half of the first round of this draft, you're happy with that if that's the outcome. Obviously, you'd want better, but still. The 23, I'm thankful that Kenyon Steek is off the board because that is a nightmare scenario for me if he ends up an Eagle. I've seen Proctor here a lot. I don't know. I feel he's fine. I'm going to get nasty. And I'm going to say A.J. Brown's off the team in 2 years. Let's take Omar Cooper Jr. I floated out this take the other day. I don't know how much I believe it. I think I would rather draft him compared to Jordan Tyson. I think Jordan Tyson is a better player, and that could very well age poorly. And just that, like, I do think at actual receiver stuff, Jordan Tyson is just better. But the injury stuff and the fact that Tyson looked so much worse in 25, Omar Cooper's got a lot to like. He's electric after the catch, I don't think people give him enough credit for being able to win over the middle. Like, I do think he could play your Deebo Samuel role to a better extent because he could actually win. Do I think this is an outside player? No. Ball skills could use some work. Not the greatest winner at that level. But like as a slot receiver who is dangerous after the catch, Omar Cooper is fun. I think it's a player that they could use. Let A.J. Brown play the X, Mr. Smith play the Y, and have Omar Cooper Mr. Smith play the Z, then Omar Cooper be your Y.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're talking to Mr. Omar Cooper here. I'm a big fan. He is my receiver champion. I think he's my wide receiver too. So we like.
And you're
to see that
higher
a lot.
on me.
Yeah.
That I was high.
I am not Omar Cooper pilled at all, man. I don't know. There's just something about him. I feel like he's just not twitchy enough to be known as like the twitchy fast yak guy, but I also don't think he's going to be able to bounce off tackles the same way. Like I just don't think he's as tank. He's not as much of a tank as Deebo is and was. Like he's going to need to be like heavier. He's going to need to like go into an offseason and people are like Omar Cooper got fat, but that's a good thing. Because then he'll be able to maybe, bounce off a couple more tackles. But I don't know, man. I just am not Omar Cooper.
I do hear the concerns that like he was outshined by Surratt a little bit. But I don't know if it's outshined as just like because they were like people are like, well, the third down stuff, they always go to Surratt. That's just Surratt's role. It's not Omar Cooper's role, and that's okay. There's still a lot to love with Mr. Cooper, and there's a lot to love with Surratt. I just think Mr. Cooper is better.
He's better.
The best receiver on that team is Charlie fucking Becker. All right, let's make
that very clear. 3 games.
Let's make that very clear.
Yeah, roll out the Alec Pierce comps. He's white.
Is Alec Pierce white?
Would you just ask me?
I feel like he's like
His name's Alec Pierce.
No,
he's from
I know,
Glen Ellyn, Illinois, and he is.
I believe that
the most whitest man of all time.
You could have made that up. I believe it.
Oh yeah, maybe he's really white. Oh
he's
yeah, he's
so
really white.
Dude,
I thought his skin tone was a little bit like more Hawaiian or something. Yeah, no, he's white.
No.
That's a whitey.
Yeah, that's a
he's
white
a
man.
suburb Illinois white. Yeah.
Yeah, you're Larry Bird style, real pasty.
Well, that brings us to Cleveland again. Oh, fucking A. What do you do with this damn franchise, man?
Who did you go first? Was it Tate? Or was it
KC?
He took Tate. I took KC.
That's right.
Yeah, you looked at me with a pretty blank look for about 3 seconds.
That's right.
But I think I'm going to double dip. Like, what are we rolling out here? Isaiah Bond, like Cedric Tillman, like, right. Like Malachi Corley's on this team.
Oh.
Jerry Judy's like the best thing they got going. So we're going to double dip and we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Denzel Boston.
Oh, brother, this is a nightmare draft.
Denzel Boston is not that bad. I think Denzel Boston is fine.
He's a great, like, mid-day 2, like, cool player.
I don't disagree. I just think in the event of the Browns, you have to look at what they have running routes. I just gave them basically the same receiver that they have in multiple forms at 6th overall.
Welcome back, Cedric Tillman.
They need like they need a bigger frame than Cedric Tillman. Like even Harold Fannin isn't like the biggest guy ever. So it makes sense. I think Boston goes in the top. I think he goes for his job. I do
think there's some worth for that team, like in seeing what you have in Shador or Dylan Gabriel. You don't have much in Dylan Gabriel, I can tell you right now. But maybe they want to figure it out. But especially going into next year, you got Dante Moore, Arch Manning, perhaps. Just figuring out if you really want to go forward with these quarterbacks and locking in all weapons. I just think offensive linemen are also weapons. I can't see them leaving this round without some kind of talent to put on their offensive line.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of Browns fans would be very angry with this.
Like
Proctor, I would take Mr. Max.
You would take.
I do like it's Ihanachor. Is that how you say his name?
Ihanachor. I've heard that. I've heard Ihanachor, and I've heard Ihanaker. It's definitely not the latter.
No, I don't think so. No, he's nice. He's one of the guys like I am taking as like a developmental guy.
He's David Bailey's owner.
He is.
That's the tackle I was debating at the Lions.
I like that. Right, so
but I think he will be available for a little.
Yeah. All right, the Chicago Bears. They got their secondary depleted. It's still a good secondary, minus like 1 safety spot. So we're gonna fill that with Emmanuel McNeil Warren to kind of refill that strong safety spot.
I like it. They're a team that just, I don't know. Their secondary is basically completely overturned from what it was last year. A lot of their defense basically got overturned, and because was it the 49ers game where somebody broke like 6 tackles and on a screen pass, and I've been seeing that clip roll around, and people are like, they wonder why our defense is completely different now. It's because nobody on that defense could make a fucking tackle for their life. So,
yeah. I mean, they're like one secondary player down now from having a really good one. It's like one more.
It's a lot different. Oh, please.
Did Lomu go?
No.
Did I miss that?
Did not.
Okay. The Bills, I feel like this little back, like 26 through 31, is every time I get here, whenever I do a mock, this is the toughest spot for me. It really starts with the Bears at 25, honestly. Bears are a trade down candidate, I feel like, to try to jump one of these teams, because I feel like a run on defensive, like interior defensive lineman could come. I want to go Caleb Banks because I think he could pair well with Ed Oliver, but the injury thing, like, I don't like big men with bad feet.
The Bills don't like big interior defensive linemen either, so they like their smaller.
Yeah. I want to go receiver here, and out of fear of just taking an archetype they already have, I'm going to go and say that they're a team that leans into the run game, and I'm going to take Jeremy Bernard. Get a good blocker. I feel like Josh Allen would like him as like a reliable target over the middle. Maybe your argument is that, well, they have Khalil Shakir. He also plays in the slot, which is where I think Bernard would excel. But I do think Bernard has the skills to play on the outside, and I think you can kind of lean into compressed formations with them too, and it would be really fun. And I love Bernard. He's nasty. He's not going to be difficult to get on the field, and which, considering the last receiver they took is difficult to get on the field, I think it's a nice change of pace for them.
I don't hate it. I think a lot of Bills fans would hate it, like a lot, because I'm not sure, respectfully to the fan base, I'm not sure a lot of them even know who Jeremy Bernard is, to be honest, because it's just not a wide receiver one name.
Yeah.
But he definitely fits the vision in terms of what this offense likes to do. And
yeah,
it just baffles me that people think that DJ Moore is going to go for X amount, like 1,200, 1,300 yards, because that would completely be changing the identity of what this offense has been about since Joe Brady took over. So
they could really lean into like compressed formations and just have more Shakir and Jeremy Bernard on the field at the same time, just run the ball down people's throats. It would be fun.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't see it much, but I don't hate it at all. 49ers are in an interesting spot. Before they scammed the Cowboys for Odigizua, I felt like the defensive tackle spot could have been definitely one to look after here. But yeah, the Caleb Banks predicament is a pretty big one.
Yeah.
But Peter Woods is still on the board here, so it's kind of intriguing. They went.
I feel like that's pretty much just Osa, though.
Yeah, it is. And they did draft 2. They went, I think, 3 trench players last year. Michael, Alfred, and West were all last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck. And they still just had no juice at all. That's unbelievable. Well, that puts me in a similar boat as the previous mock. I mean, Christian Kirk, Mike Evans, Ricky Pearsall. That'll do it. Thumbs up. I guess
It is one of the receiving cores of all time.
it really is, man. Holy shit. That is pretty crazy. Whew. All right. I'm going to do a duplicate pick. I'm going to live with it. I'm putting Caden Proctor in San Francisco. I don't think Trent is going anywhere. I don't know if that whole saga has wrapped up officially or not, but Proctor's not a guy that I trust going day one, starting week 1, but playing with this offensive line, learning alongside Williams for, X amount of weeks, for as long as he can stay healthy, as long as he's around. He feels like he could be a really good Niner.
Yeah, I mean, he could. I wouldn't be shocked if you said he's like the best lineman in this draft, or if he ended up being like Isaiah Wilson and being out the league like in an afternoon. So
he's the boom or bust of this class.
Yeah,
I feel like there's no middle. There's no middle ground. I don't see a world where he's just like, I don't know, like
JC Latham.
Steele.
All right. Well,
Texans are fun. I love picking here, actually.
Yeah,
especially because I feel like their fan base is very open.
Yeah, I mean, just given how bad their offensive line is, you almost feel like you have to do it, but they invested a lot. whether it's like the right moves, I don't know. But they got Wyatt Teller, Evan Brown, Braden Smith. They kept Trent Brown. They brought back Ed Ingram. Like clearly, like I think that they felt like that was their effort to fix a line, and I don't think that they want to reach on a lineman here. So I'm actually going to give them Peter Woods. We're just going to make a strength to strength and just keep attacking on that defensive front.
I like it. I do think I am a big Peter Woods fan. I don't know how much the NFL actually values him, especially considering he was much worse in 25 than he was in 24. At least from what I've seen, because a lot of like the big guys, like the Daniel Jeremiahs of the world, do not have him going very early, consistently. The Chiefs. I hate picking for the Chiefs. Their fans are never happy with any of them. You took edge, right? You went David Bailey first. I don't really think there's a receiver that fits what they need. I feel like the receivers on the board are just either variations of Xavier Worthy and that they're deep threats, or they can't play on the outside, especially if Denzel Boston is gone. So I don't think receiver is the direction I'm going to go here. I think they desperately need a corner. And honestly, I would have taken Tulane for them early in the draft. I'm going to go the other Tennessee corner in Colton Hood.
You feel cheapy.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a rough spot for them to be, I think, because everything they kind of need isn't like, I don't think there's anything worth it here. I do like Colton Hood though. I don't want to make it seem like I'm his hater, but
I mean, who do they got? Noah Williams, Christian Fulton, and Darth Cater currently at the corner right now with like Shamari Connor and Aloe Gilman. That's like one of the worst DB rooms like I've ever seen.
Yeah,
except
Colton
it's just like
upright.
It's just the Chiefs, so people like assume that it's just going to be better than it is. Like this is this is like the Miami Dolphins DB room of last year, except it's just red.
I mocked them Mansour Delane, and the fan base was like, "Well, we develop corners well." Well, that doesn't. The Cowboys have developed late round and undrafted quarterbacks. It doesn't mean they're not going to pick a quarterback high if they're in that situation. They need a quarterback, or any other team you can think of. The Rams and drafting wide receivers late or undrafted, they do it well. That doesn't mean they're not going to take one high, and they need a corner desperately.
This is awful.
Both their stars. Yeah,
they're putting a lot of faith in Noah Williams. That fan base is, which is fine, but a lot more than they should.
He's one guy, also.
Yeah, right. He's only one human.
Christian Fulton is your other starter. I don't. Him and Cater Kohu off of like an injury. I don't think I love that.
Darth Cater. That's a pretty good nickname.
It's a sick name.
It's a little too good. We should do something about that.
I feel weird whenever players of that caliber have sick names.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we need to do something about that. Somebody needs to come up with something different.
Take them out.
Well, the Dolphins, you took a corner for them too, first time around, right? If I remember correctly. So there's only one other glaring need on this team, and a lot of them are gone. A lot. So I would be kind of really pissed off if I was a Dolphins fan right now. And a lot of the best receivers were gone. But there is one I still do like. I think the Dolphins would be putting themselves in quite a pickle with drafting him, but they don't really have a choice. I mean, quite literally, they need a receiver. So I'm going to give them Chris Brazzell, kind of regretfully, because I think talk about boom or bust. Like, Brazzell can turn out to be a wide range of players, and the Dolphins are not in a situation to be waiting around for someone to be impactful. Like, they legitimately need someone to step up, like right now. And in the event they went corner, maybe this is just, a very off base gut feeling, but if they start seeing receivers fly, they might trade up for a guy that they really feel like they need, because they cannot go into the season with this. Like, they have to draft one. They have no choice.
Yeah. No.
All right. Who's up? New England Patriots?
Yes, sir.
This is nothing other than just like a coach fit. I feel like TJ Parker is the most Vrabel edge rusher that has ever lived. Like, can you just like replicate Harold Landry or like any other edge rusher they've ever had? It feels like TJ Parker. So that's my pick.
That was simple.
Very simple.
I'm gonna keep it edge here, and I know Mike McDonald loves his dudes that can generate power. So I'm going to go Zion Young.
Talking Caves language there.
My guy. It's my guy, Zion.
I do like he's a guy that grew on me a little bit as well. I do like powerful edge rushers. There's just a point where you're like such a bad athlete that it's like, okay, you're going to have to play in the interior. There's just no way you can edge rusher. It's a little bit different with Zion Young. I don't think he's such a bad athlete as Keldrick Falk is, even if he's not exceptional.
Oh, man, I forgot the Jets had Geno Smith. Oh, Jesus. I mean, the Jets are just in a particularly interesting spot here. They enter the second round with who else did they take away? Avion Terrell.
Corner and
who was the other pick? Am I blind?
didn't they get
Yeah, it was the second pick. They got
Mr.
I took a
Ruben
Bain.
Bain.
Right?
Ruben Bain? Yeah.
Ruben Bain and Avion Terrell. So
That's a haul right there. That's a good start.
That is a very good haul. So offensively speaking, I think they're going to be the team to do it. This feels very Tyler Shucky of a spot. Very Tyler Shucky of a situation. Ty Simpson, you are a New York Jet. Congratulations.
That's one of the draft picks of all time. I don't know.
At that point, like the value of getting a quarterback, like that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Like
It happens all the
that's the
time.
will
I
of
don't
a
hate it,
spot.
actually.
Like, yeah.
It
I
happens
mean,
all
especially
the
because they have 2 first-round picks. Like, I could swallow it better. But yeah, if they take him at like 16, that it's a lot hairier there.
These two, the top of the second round, feel like a team candidate to get up to 32 to try to get that 5th-year option with him.
Yeah. Shit. So who's up? Arizona?
Yes, sir.
What did we get before here?
We
believe-
had
Who was that?
Arbel.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going to go with Max Ahanachor, or however you say his name, to play our long-term developmental, super athletic.
Slam
right back.
dunk pick.
He's
Slam dunk. Bookend those tackles.
Mm-hmm. Him and
Figure
Harris
out the
be nice.
interior later. I am super interested in Cam Ward and offensive linemen are weapons. He's a guard. I'm going to take Lomu.
I like that.
I'm going to beef up. Really, really lock in on beefing up. Cam
Caleb
Ward's
Lomu's
protected.
someone like I never take, but I always like when he goes. Like he's a good player. I'm never the one to take him.
The tackle stuff is like it's just not. This isn't a tackle, but I think it's a really good guard. I think there's value in that, especially in a league where guards are really difficult to find. I even think he goes earlier than this, but 35 is great value for him.
Ooh, the Raiders. The Raiders are in a fun spot here. Kind of just throw a dart at the board. They would love to have 2 more first-round picks, wouldn't they? I think the Raiders definitely in a situation where they could. I feel like I have all the teams that need a pass catcher, but I do think they would like to help out Max Crosby a little bit. Like Kwity Paye was their big pay day.
16 a year.
Like Messidor still there.
Yeah, Messidor is still there. I do like Caden McDonald too. I think he would make sense with the Raiders, but I am a Messidor fan. I do feel like it would be going against my best interest. So I'm gonna put Messidor in Vegas. I don't see him falling out of the first round either. There are a lot of guys that I'm having a hard time seeing fall, but the more and more you mock, it's like it just is so much.
Somebody has to fall. At the end of the day.
It might be.
Somebody's got to.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there was anything, it's the injury-prone guys and it's the old dudes that are going to
Mhm.
fall out of that first round. And so, I don't think it's out of the question that Messidor falls to this one.
Nah.
He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I probably am going to have him as one of the 15 best players in the class. He is old. I can see it. Teams really taking that into account.
Yeah.
Who's that? Giants?
Mm-hmm.
When did they get Darnell Mooney?
When
did
they
that
actually have Darnell Mooney?
Yeah.
Holy
didn't
shit,
know
Super
that.
Bowl them.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Killer wide receiver room.
Dude, I don't even know what they need.
Dude, I have the Browns again. Holy fuck.
You're setting them up for failure.
They hate you.
Dude, what the
I've got a Browns fan friend who's going to watch this video. He's going to slaughter you. He's going to find you.
I'm gonna give him a third receiver.
I might just be.
What do you think of Chris Bell? They just get every receiver under the sun, every type.
Yeah. Jesus.
Now they're going to take Jacoby Lane in round 3. Just one of them's got to hit.
All right. What do we even do here, man? I don't like anything here, to be honest. This is a weird room. This is a lot of weird rooms. Like, this feels like linebacker, but I hate all these here. I'm gonna panic pick. Let's get weird. Caleb Banks. We're gonna go Caleb Banks here. It's like Dexter Lawrence and then company. It's like Roy Robertson Harris and Darius Alexander.
Hey, don't talk about Darius like that.
He's cool. He did not do well last year.
No, he did.
I think Tag is gone.
Is he? Yeah, he definitely is. He definitely is. So that means Banks goes to the Giants. Tag then to the Texans.
Who did we have them taking first? Was it O-line? Was it Pregnon?
It's Peter Woods.
Oh, no.
Peter
it was
Woods.
Where did Pregnon go? Pregnon went to
the Chargers. Yeah.
Pregnon went pick 4 or something like that. They did invest a lot into the interior of the offensive line, but I don't think that stops them from taking one. But there's not a lot to love for me personally. I know there's a lot of people that like DeSantis. I guess we'll go Chase. I'm not Chase's biggest guy, but there are people that really love him. So maybe he does. Maybe there's people who are seeing something that I'm not, but I don't know. There's another, I think they haven't listed a tackle for some reason. They have a couple offensive linemen that I just don't see.
Trey Zoom.
People love them. Yes.
Yeah. He's a center, like through and through.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 6'7" and has like 12-inch arms. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, give him hell, Cave.
The poor Browns, bro.
Chris Bell.
Yes.
What other receiver can I reach really deep? Let's give him
Bryce Lance.
Bryce Lance.
Love
There we go.
No, they're giving Elijah Surratt.
Oh God. Give him Dejon Stribling.
No, they're gonna get.
Let's get nasty. They need a deep threat. Give him Malik Benson.
Oh.
Lock in on some duck.
I like
Malik
Malik
duck in there.
I
do too. I don't know why he's so low rated on PFF. I guess he's not really like the greatest at other receiver stuff, but he's fast. It's cool.
Fast. He can go straight.
I mean, there's no way he goes before Brennan Thompson.
Honestly, no. No.
Oh, poor Cleveland. I mean, at this point, like, I feel like I have to take a lineman, or else I would be doing them a massive disservice. But there's just
Blake Miller would be good value here.
He's a good football player.
He is.
I just really want to keep the trend going. But
I'm not gonna stop you. Do it.
I guess I'll be nice. I'll give them Blake Miller.
Boo.
And I'll kill the fun. But they definitely need just something. And it probably would have been better asset management to take a tackle or an offensive lineman in the first round with one of the two, and then taking a receiver later. But that's boring. So
that's fine.
It is.
All right. Kansas City Chiefs. We up?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go Bryce Lance. We talked me into it. We love me some Bryce Lance. We need a field stretcher over here. Xavier Worthy is not that good.
Damn.
Okay. Who do we take for the Bengals? I feel like we D-line. Right?
Caleb Downs.
That's right. Okay.
Be nice. Please. Please.
It's between Miller and Hunter for me.
Yeah.
I like Lee Hunter old.
Christian
Miller young, a little more of a project. I think the Bengals are in a position. Where they could, but they have so many projects on the defensive line. Lee Hunter is a little. I'm gonna go Christian Miller.
I won't complain. I will not complain. Like I feel like he can come in and play. Like he'll be better than like Chris Jenkins.
Yeah,
like that's fine.
Maybe maybe it's just a defensive line that in 2 years is disgusting.
That could be like if Miles Murphy is Shamar Stewart.
Could also be a defensive line that in 2 years is still ass.
Yeah, they'll just be off the team. Like they'll just be off the contract.
Yeah,
that's cool.
The Saints are in an interesting predicament. Another team that needs a fucking receiver, but I don't want to do that. I want to draft.
I took Lemon for them. I took Lemon for him, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, did you? Oh, you did.
Yes, you
okay,
did.
Perfect. So I think I'm interested in an edge rusher, potentially defensive interior player. I just don't think you're just squeezing every itsy bitsy ounce of juice out of Chase Young at this point. And like you got like Carl Granderson, and that's really it. So I think what I'm gonna do is go with a guy that I know Austin likes a lot, and that is Malachi Lawrence.
Gimme.
I'm gonna put him in New
Gimme
Orleans. I'm not a Cash Howell guy at
No.
all. Cash Howell is a first round player to so many people, and I cannot for the life of me get behind it.
No, sadly.
Tag's yeah.
Top 10 on my board.
You're muted.
Oh,
Second best edge rusher for me. Second best.
No.
No, okay. No, I like Hashes out. If he makes it here to 44, I'll tell you right now, that'll be big.
Yeah.
Will he get past Miami? What do they need?
Do you want another Chop Robinson?
I don't really. I think I'm good. I think one Chop Robinson's enough.
Yeah. You don't need multiple.
So we got. You went Chris Brazzell?
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think we need another receiver there. Probably go with. Do they need? Should we just fuck it? We're going D'Angelo Pons. We're fully restocking this DB room. D'Angelo Pons is worthy of going as high as you can take him. He should go higher. D'Angelo Pons should go top 5. I love that. No, but I do love the guy. I love him so much.
He is one of the players that I am sure is going to be good.
Yeah.
Yes, the height thing is I do understand that NFL teams value nickel a little less, but he's so good.
Yeah,
he can do it all.
That's what the second round penalty's for. He should first round talent. He's small. Drop him down a round, and we're good here.
Yeah, I know. I just said I'm taking Cash Howell. I'm a liar. Who did the Jets take with their second pick? Was it Sadiq? No, that was the Vikings that took.
They went
Reese.
Terrell. Did they go what? Ruben Bain, Avion
Terrell, and then
Terrell
I gave them Ty. Yeah.
Yes, we're not doing Cash Howell. I think I do think there's something left in the tank with Geno, and I think it's worth trying to see what he has left in the tank. So we're gonna go receiver. I think Bell is on the board, right? Both Bells, and Antonio Williams. I like Antonio Williams a lot, especially as a receiver that I think Geno Smith would like as a slot over the middle. So I'm going to go Antonio.
I like that. We talked about him last time.
Skylar Bell is how high on this board? Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm not quite that
above Surratt and Zachariah Branch is kind of. I
think they're all.
I don't even think he's better than Stribling.
He's not better than Stribling.
I like Stribling.
I love Stribling. I am the Stribling guy.
I very rarely look past the Ole Miss tax with that gimmicky offense. I'm looking past it.
Do it. He's so good. Oklahoma State tax. They bred him. He just played for Ole Miss for 6 games. He's fine.
Yeah.
All right. What beam Baltimore's up?
The Ravens. They got their guard. I think they'll, if they feel like they want a receiver, they'll call Odell back up or something, or D-Hop or something. I don't think they're straying away from their old ways. This is an interesting spot, though, because what else do you really do for a team like this? They could use – I feel like they're in a position where they can look ahead in terms of what they may need to backfill. And Roquan Smith has become quite a terrorist recently. And I think next year is when you're getting into potential – I think next year is where you're looking at potentially being cut. But in any event, it's last year of his contract, 2027. So they could be looking ahead. I know that he had a supposedly bad pro day clip come out, but I'm going to give CJ Allen to Baltimore. And I think, the green dot thing is real, and Roquan Smith has been that for Baltimore recently, and they're going to need something to backfill that in the event that Roquan just continues to kind of slide in the trajectory he's going. So it's kind of tough to figure out what they really need, though, and especially given what's left. It makes sense why GMs just start fucking missing.
Yeah,
I feels like a Raven too.
Yeah, I mean, everyone going at this point has round 3 or farther grades. I feel like at this point, so everything's just gonna feel like a weird pick, but that's just the nature of the draft.
Yeah.
Can we pause it real quick? Hold on.
Right.
Who did they pick the first time? This was.
I gave them.
Should have had this up here.
Monroe Freeling.
Okay.
This scroll bar sucks.
PFF's got a weird UI. I'm gonna get weird, and I'm gonna say they're making a philosophy change. And they're going to go tight end, and they're going to run lots of 12 personnel, and they've got a good blocker in Kate Otten. We're taking Eli Stowers. Having like a yin and yang situation there.
I've been real nice to Eli Stowers.
Have you?
Not. No.
I was gonna say that might be a lie.
That's because people talking about him as a first-round player. Like I'm first-round mean to him.
Yeah.
But like day 2, I'm not gonna have a huge problem. That'd be fine.
I feel like he mixes well with Otten. I feel like he is a pretty nasty receiving kind of duo there.
He's just not a tight end. Like just call him a receiver and draft him in the second round, and that's cool. Like,
I saw somebody say that he should drop weight, which is interesting.
That is interesting. I don't know. Maybe.
Do you think drop weight and then like what? You might as well draft Michael Trigg if you're going to draft Eli Stowers and tell him to drop weight.
Yeah. Dude. All right.
I hate Michael Trigg. No,
I hate him too. 27-inch vertical.
Fuck, dude.
Insane.
Holy shit. I didn't like him before that. I think he was probably like a top 5 least liked player before that video came out.
Who's up? Colts?
Yeah.
Take that one. I know Lou Anarumo, dude. This is Josiah Trotter. Guaranteed. I know for a fact this is Josiah Trotter.
Really? Because I was thinking this is for a fact Jacob Rodriguez.
It could be, but he loves I'm thinking it's Jermaine Pratt or it's Logan Wilson. Like, just pick your flavor and that's it.
Yeah.
He only likes people that are slow. I think Rodriguez tested a little too well.
Yeah.
For Lou to like him. I think it's gonna be Trotter.
It's true.
Josiah Trotter. Am I up?
Yeah, I think we just
I
switched.
think we might have messed up.
Oh shit. Yeah, whatever.
It's all right. We'll keep going.
All right. The Falcons. This is fun. First selection for Atlanta. God, what a shit show. Holy fuck. What a pathetic organization.
Such a bad offseason.
Yeah, now that player they traded for a first-round pick is just a criminal. Awesome.
Yep.
Oh, he's back though. He's cool.
Really?
Good for them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got dropped.
That is unbelievable to me. Meanwhile, Chaperone's getting like
Oh, here we go.
shot for yelling at a kid that apparently yelled at some kid. I'm just saying.
She's evil too. It's
Just saying. Puka Nakua is saying anti-Semitic shit and biting people. And we have James Pierce driving cars into police officers. Like, there's just certain observations. All right, anyway. The Falcons, I mean, there's no saving this team. I'll try my best. They possibly have the worst receiver depth in the league. Their remediation for their depth issue after losing Darnell Mooney was Jahan Dotson and Olamide Zaccheaus. So, I mean, Casey Washington was kind of killing it for a short time. Who was that white receiver that Kirk Cousins was kind of balling with at the end of the season? Was that Casey Washington or was it someone else?
Casey, no, it was. I don't think that white dude you're thinking of. I think that was that one like 8th grader that got offered like at USC. What was his name?
I can't remember his name.
Who cares? He sucks.
Was it David Sills?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there was some guy that just like kept catching touchdowns. I'm like, I should have played him this week because I was just in such a bad situation in one of my fantasy teams. I'm gonna give them a receiver though, and I think I like. We're gonna. Oh man, we're gonna. This would be such an oxymoron, but it would be the most Falcons thing to do, like of all time. Draft the fast receiver that gets downfield with Michael Penix and Tua. I mean, Penix, it would make a little bit more sense for, but in the event Tua came on the field, I don't know if this fit is excellent, but they need some other difference maker. And at this point, we're not looking at too many like game breakers. So we'll give Atlanta the one that potentially could be that.
Don't hate it. We'll fix the order. You go next.
I'll go. All right.
Yeah.
Where did Minnesota go?
They took Sadiq.
Sadiq. Oh yeah, that was fun. I think this is going to be my.
I like that.
This might be the Caden McDonald spot. We're just going to completely shut down that run D because I remember that was like the only thing giving them fits last year was the ability to kind of get ran on. So
and they lost both of their defensive tackles.
Yeah, they cut them. They want to restart something, and they have like Levi Drake Rodriguez still starting right now. So
I do think in real life they're a trade up candidate for McDonald if he falls like this, just to try to steal them from like Atlanta or any of the other teams in front of them. I took Falk first. I'm really heavily considering doubling up on edge rusher and making it a strength, but they really need tackle. The only problem is there's not really one worth taking.
You said you like
maybe
Cash
you're
Howell.
Yeah, that's what I was
Double up.
thinking. Maybe people really like Dunker. I'm not a big Markel Bell. Maybe
4th round.
I'm gonna go. I'm not. I'm gonna go Lee Hunter.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Lee.
I like some Lee Hunter.
Beef up that interior.
Such a weird combine.
He's just old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting build.
Yeah.
sure.
That was one of the weird things when I was watching the Oregon game between them and Tech.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're focusing a lot on him, but he's built weird.
He's got like my legs.
Lower body.
Yeah. He's like my legs, and then like he's like
So
325.
Yeah.
When you get
Maybe it could work though.
into
Who knows?
a jumping competition, a short jump competition, and your opponent's Lee Hunter.
Yeah.
The one guy I would smoke.
The one NFL athlete that you can.
Me and Trig got a similar jump, I bet.
Yeah, for real. The Panthers, big spenders. They took who earlier? Is that where the Fano went here, right?
Yeah, I took him a center.
Okay. So Fano went here. I think they could be.
This feels like another receiver spot.
God damn it! Like
You're just getting all the receiver spots.
I know it was fun when they were good.
Yeah.
They're not
Now
good
you got to
anymore.
choose between the Bells and
The Bells.
Oh man, it's just like the Panthers have just invested so much into that position recently. It's like I don't care how many times you miss, you just can't keep doing it. Like it just is almost malpractice.
I think they like Coker enough
Keep
to
shooting.
move into the season.
Yeah, leg it.
Leg it.
Leg it.
Actually, we should start calling them that.
Like
That works.
College like that was a demon. Don't care. All right, we'll give Carolina.
Give him Deion Burks. Call it a day. Be nice to him.
I'm gonna give them Chris Bell, and I'm gonna laugh.
Oh
no, I'm gonna go with. I feel like this could be a BPA type of situation, and as much as I don't really particularly like Cash Howell, we are getting into the mid-day 2 territory, which is about the grade I have on him, and I do think more edge rush help is needed there, despite the addition of Jalen Phillips and what they drafted last year. The more rotational guys they got, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Just create the Carolina Aggies too. Pair them up with his teammates.
Yeah,
I don't know if they were teammates, but Nick Squirtin.
All right. Green Bay. This feels like really good Brandon Cisse value.
Yeah.
I would take him way higher, honestly. I didn't even know he was still available. So, yeah, Brandon Cisse. Comfortable.
Okay. Who was the first for the Steelers?
I gave that.
We went offensive line, right?
Yeah,
They have
Vegas.
Guard.
Yeah.
I do think this is sneaky a receiver spot too.
They're all receiver spots.
Yeah.
All need receivers.
Pittman is cool, but I don't know. Maybe you're really interested in seeing what you have with Will Howard. Maybe you're really interested in creating a stacked offense around Aaron Rodgers. I don't know.
Stack it for Howard.
Yeah. See what you have with him before drafting Dante Moore next year, I guess. Tank for Dante Moore.
True.
I don't know. I look at their interior linebacker spot, and this feels like maybe not now with Tomlin gone, but an organization that really likes production. And there's probably no better embodiment of the word production of the linebacker position in this draft than Jacob Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as big of a fan as many Cowboys fans are of him, probably because he went to Tech, close enough to Dallas. But like the production is there. I do acknowledge that, and he did test like better than I thought he would.
Mm-hmm.
I do think he could even go higher than this, but I don't know. Interior linebacker, I do think this is a player that feels like a Steeler. I don't know.
He does. They would love him and welcome him immediately. He's like the Will Howard of linebackers for sure.
He is.
He's better.
I don't know how,
He's way better.
Yeah.
But
Well, that means Will Howard.
It's not a difficult bar to clear, though.
no.
Come on, guys.
Come on,
Be
yeah.
nice.
Kansas State legend. My bad.
Yeah, he's so good there.
Yeah.
The Eagles. It's the Eagles. I think they're another team that needs to be looking at edge rusher, but we are getting thin at this position, very thin.
Couple dudes.
There are a couple dudes. There's somebody that I might reach a little bit here. Oh, I guess he's sitting right in front of me. PFF board. But as far as my grade goes, I have a late day 2, early day 3 on him, but I'll reach a bit. I like Gabe Yakus a lot.
My boy.
I think this guy is just full effort, violence, just looking to run through someone's face every single down. And the Eagles just need to keep up that physicality in the trenches. And that's what Gabe Yakus will bring you.
I like that a lot. He's my guy for sure.
People were getting mad because, I mean, we posted this weeks ago when we did our edge rusher video, but like comments are flooding in now. People saying it's not nice that we called him dumb. Like these are real humans, bro. Like you can't just be calling them that. It's like it's not like we insulted him and his entire lineage. Like he just said he just doesn't make good decisions when pass rushing or when attacking.
But he's awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't even an insult. Like
no,
I mean I guess it is, but
yeah, it's fine. He'll live.
Exactly.
LA Chargers. They're like a team that always has a good D tackle room, but like it's guys like I couldn't even name off the top of my head right now. So we're gonna go Grayson Halton because he is one of my favorite twitched up low pass rushers from the inside. I'm a big fan of that guy.
He's one of draft Twitter's like darlings, I feel like.
Yeah, he moves nice. He passes the he nice test for sure.
The he nice test.
I like the Jags here. I do think I don't know why it is. Okay. I was going to say they need interior linebacker, but I'm looking at their slot corner. I like Jordan Lewis. He's getting old. He's getting up there. I really like Trey Stukes.
First round grade.
He's been getting some hype recently, excuse me. And I think is like Jordan Lewis isn't the healthiest guy in the world. He's the youngest guy in the world. It's like a contingency plan, I guess, if he doesn't work out. And then later on, once Jordan Lewis's time is up, Stukes could take his place in the slot. And he has versatility. He could play outside too.
He's so good. I would straight up take him in the first if he was like 21 years old. But he's like 25, so like I won't. But he's freaking good.
He is just an unk.
He is.
But yeah, that's why I like him too, because like he feels like early on he could be just your like rotational corner, and like the sense that they come in on certain downs or they come in if there's an injury, and like a couple years down in his career, stick him at slot. Don't worry about that position for a few years.
Yeah.
The She-Town Bears. I'm not having fun anymore. Who do the Bears want? Yeah, I mean, it's just another team. We already addressed the defensive back room with this team, right? Who did
safety
take earlier?
EMW.
Okay, so that's addressed. You could still use a corner, I guess. I mean, Kyler Gordon's still kind of young, so I can't do that really, and he's good. Safety's addressed. So Devin Bush, they kind of paid a pretty penny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We're going to go with. No, how long was Garrett Bradbury signed for?
3 years.
Was it really?
Was it?
Garrett Bradbury's contract is. It's just 1 year, I think.
Oh, that works.
1 year, 31 years old. Okay. We're the best centers left at this point.
Sam Hecht.
Connor Lew.
Like yeah, you do that.
You know what? I like Connor Lew. We'll put Connor Lew in. They had can't remember his damn name right now. Their center just surprisingly up and dip. So they had to settle with
Mr. Dahlman?
Yes, Drew Dahlman.
Yeah.
Thank you. So they're gonna need something there. They can't. I think they value this position a lot, and I don't think they're gonna want to be hitting free agency over and over again looking for a solution. So
I don't think so either.
He'll backfill it.
I think they'll appreciate that. All right, who we got? We got 49ers. They're a team that, like, I feel like always has the most like mediocre corner room of all time, and no one talks about it. They just we just assume that's good. But I think that they could low-key use some DBs over here. Let's give him Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson's a weird corner. I'm up and down on him, but I think we're late enough where I think this is a good fit. I'm not like crazy Renardo Green, Upton Stout build here.
I think they always just. I think they're, like you said, a team that just everyone assumes is good because of what Robert Saleh at least did last year. So that doesn't mean the parts are better than the whole.
The Texans, I'm just going to take one of the guys that I love at this spot, not just this spot in the draft in general. I'm going to take Mr. Arkansas running back Mike Washington.
Second off,
they need a running back. I just cannot. David Montgomery's cool, but running back by committee, I think is the best way to see Montgomery succeed. I think Mike Washington pairs well with him. And are you really going to go into this season with Woody Marks as your second option or even first again? Woody Marks is fine, but I think Mark Washington's better. I really like his game. I do think this is a running back spot.
Monty in a Houston uniform, it looks washed. You can tell it's going to happen just off the uniform. So I think that's a very valid pick.
It's kind of like Joe Mixon in that year. Although Joe Mixon was really good.
He was good for like
a year,
like 3 months, and then gone.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, Chicago again? Hell yeah.
Dude.
Help him out.
All right.
Wide
receiver. Let's draft
Chris Bell.
Let's give them.
I heard Malik Benson's still available.
Malik Benson is still
Colby Young
available. You are right about that.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
Colby.
Great pick. A+.
Let's give Chicago. I mean, I guess they're rocking out with Khalif Raymond out of the slot this year.
Yeesh.
So maybe they could give him some competition.
Imagine Burden plays there. Maybe.
You'd have to think so with Rome, and then
why is he not on this depth chart?
Yeah.
Oh no, they have him
take
on
DJ
there.
Moore's spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. Luther probably plays in the slot. They'll probably move them all around.
They could use a third.
They could. So with that said, I think if I wanted to go archetype, I'd probably go with the bigger guy, but I want to go with the guy I like more, and that is Deion Burks.
Boom. I love Deion
Switch
Burks.
up the Chicago Bears room as much as you possibly can. Luther Burden, Deion Burks, extremely, extremely fun. As long as Rome can be the big body in that room. You got Loveland too. That's an electric, explosive pass catching group.
I'm a big fan. Ooh, Rams are up.
They are.
Hello. Yeah, they don't really need corner anymore. They just invested like $1 billion. I don't think their tackles are as bad as all these like suggestions are saying that they need. I think we're gonna go linebacker here. And they're a team that succeeded with like the most C- linebacker rooms of all time. I'm gonna give him Kyle Lewis. I love Kyle Lewis. As like I think he might be like the pure best like coverage linebacker in this draft. I think they could use a little bit of that.
Yeah, they definitely could. The Rams need anything to help in coverage.
Yeah,
literally. That's why they paid as much as they have.
Trent McDuffie $1 billion. Yeah,
Mr. McDuffie.
Right.
Actually, they just gave the Chiefs a bunch of money.
That's true.
Just both of them. Just create the Chiefs again. Chiefs in the aggregate or whatever.
I like it. They get Watson. Yeah, they got Jalen Watson too, right? Rams did.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. The Broncos are an interesting one because I feel like this is a team that's like shooting for depth here. I don't think this is like, well, we need certain position, so we have to take certain position. And I'm looking at their weapons group specifically. Right? Evan Ingram's their tight end. Cortland Sutton and Jalen Waddle are now their wide receiver duo. After that, it's a battle of like Adam Troutman, Troy Franklin, and Marvin Mims. Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims obviously go Ducks. I like Troy Franklin. Deep threats. I think I really do want to go with a guy like, and
do it.
Just because he's a nasty football player. I'm going to go NC State's Justin Julie.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Julie.
Being in the 12th person, though.
You're talking to the right crowd.
My tight end, too. You were talking to the right crowd.
My tight end 3. I love some Justin Julie.
Yeah. He's like the only tight end in this class that I don't have like a glaring severe issue for.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one that's not like 210 pounds or like
he's like your prototypical guy.
Yeah,
at that
like
spot. And
he's like
I think I like it with Evan Ingram.
like at worst, he's Gerald Everett. Like at the very worst, and I'll take that any day in the second round.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Austin, can we switch these last 2 picks? I want to take someone for Seattle.
Fine. I'm gonna take him. Who do you want? Because I'm gonna take that guy first.
Damon
No.
Yes. They can have. Are you gonna get like R. Mason Thomas or something?
No.
Patriots.
Man.
Fine, I'll take them.
Yeah.
Who did I get? An edge rusher last time?
I believe so.
Is that Zion Young? No.
Yeah, they got a
TJ Parker.
TJ Parker.
Yeah, they got TJ Parker. Weird spot here. Because I'm not gonna take receiver because I think that I still think they're getting AJ Brown. Ricky told me so. I'm gonna believe it. We're gonna go with
Max Claire.
What's that?
Give them Max Claire.
Fine, you take the pick then.
No. I don't want it.
All right, you know what? What was I gonna do? I'm gonna give him another linebacker. They love those things. I think they're gonna like Jake Golday. Jake Golday feels like a Patriot. Like if you like swapped him with like the 2010 uniform, it feels like a really clean fit. So we're going Jake Golday.
Is that I feel like you've been taking linebackers. That's your second linebacker.
I love
last 3
linebackers.
picks. Big linebacker guy. All right.
Big Jake Golday fan. UC Bearcat.
Drum roll, please, for this final pick of the mock draft.
This better be good. You jumped me for this one. This
I
better
did
be like the
jump you.
best pick of the draft.
I like this guy a lot. And if you've been paying attention to what the Seahawks have been looking for at this particular position, he makes complete sense. And that is Penn State running back, Katron Allen.
Oh my goodness.
We're taking Katron Allen. It's a little high, but I want to shove him in.
We got Ramondre Stevenson in the second round. Good pick.
I wanted Seattle. I wanted to fit Katron Allen in here. I don't know why. I just kind of did. But they just looked at Najee Harris. I think they brought in. I think they were looking. Did they look into Montgomery? I can't remember what else I heard, but they are looking for this big bruiser, big body back, and that is Katron fucking Allen. Respect.
Welcome
Katron
back,
Allen.
Damian Martinez.
No, stop.
Welcome back.
Who? You post this little screenshot on Twitter, it's gonna be nothing but people saying, "Who at 6?"
No, please.
No. I think they'll be more focused on.
You think so?
No.
I don't know. Maui Noah late is 14 is pretty crazy too.
I do it all the time. I do that like all the time. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
seeing
actually-
any huge sins here.
I think the Browns draft as a whole
I will
is a
get shot.
sin.
I will
Yeah,
get
shoot the
shot.
Browns. Yeah, just shoot the guy that drafted the Browns.
Where's the second round? It doesn't show you.
It
I don't
doesn't-
know.
Yeah, it doesn't even want you
Oh,
to look at it.
Yeah,
Full
it's just like,
results.
please, for the love of God, don't
Yeah,
look at
burn
the
it,
Eli
dude.
Stowers pick for the Buccaneers.
Burn it. Buccaneers got Monroe Freeling and Eli Stowers.
What was the
What a
best
haul.
pick of the first round?
I'm gonna pick one other than my own.
Peter Woods is up there at 28. I think it's a steal.
I thought so. I thought that was pretty late too.
I mean,
Bias, I think, but I don't even think it's like just that good. I think Maui Noah at 14 is really good.
that would be annoying as a Bengals fan if they got the best lineman in the draft at 14. Yeah, that would piss me off. They don't deserve that at all.
I think Denzel Boston to the Browns.
I bet you do.
It's a fantastic selection.
That was so good.
that changes everything.
It changes. Definitely changes the whole Browns.
Something. Yeah.
Super Bowl in the mind.
I'm putting one of your guys' faces next to the Browns picks.
Please
I'm not
don't.
doing that to myself. I stand by it. God damn it.
You do that. You put your
Shador.
face right by it.
Lock into the Shador MVP train.
Yeah.
Give him the weapons that he needs.
Give him the top 2 receivers in this draft. I mean,
Is this the most Tennessee players taken in the
I
first
think
32?
so.
That's what's sticking out to me. All the
3?
T's.
Both corners and Chris
And
Brazel.
Brazel.
yeah.
That
Good
might
players.
be- that might be a record.
I mean, their best one didn't even play for them this year, so it kind of explains why they weren't that good. But
Who was their quarterback?
Joey
Aguilar,
Aguilar.
Yeah,
he's like Chris Sims, like number 4 quarterback on the draft.
Chris Sims. Who was his wide receiver one?
It's probably Casey Concepcion.
Shut up.
Yeah.
It was Boston, I think. Was
It was
Yeah,
Denzel
that
Boston.
sounds right.
Was
Yes.
it Boston?
But I think like
Let me look it up.
Lemon and Tate weren't it, or was it Tate
It was-
and Tyson
I
that
have
were
it.
in it? Right.
It was number 1 Denzel Boston, 2 Jordan Tyson, 3 Brazel, 4 Tate, 5 Zachariah Branch. I'm not into that.
I don't get it with Branch.
Oh my
I
god.
think he's a good athlete, but
Drafting
a
Mecole
screen
Hardman.
man?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's
He's
not his
Tyree.
fault that he's screen man, but
He's been screen man since he was a freshman. He
Yeah.
played with Caleb Williams and he was screen man.
it's a little concerning that he didn't upgrade his role at all.
No, he was screen man with like Brennan Rice at receiver at USC, and then with like those demons at Georgia. You know, those like I don't even know what Colby Young that had like 300 yards. Like he did not have a lot of comp for big
No.
production and just didn't get it.
Maybe it's not his fault. Maybe he's a Gunner Stockton or would get a Gunner. He's a Gunner merchant
Gunner Merchant,
or a
whatever the
Gunner
opposite.
Gunner victim. Gunner victim.
It's a victim.
He's a victim. Well, do you guys have any final thoughts on our beautiful piece of artwork here on screen?
No, I'm very happy about my Browns picks.
All
Yeah.
right.
In there. Yeah.
Browns to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The
That's
Browns would
not a number two
be.
plan.
I think if
Yeah.
I'm a Browns fan, I'm feeling very encouraged.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
we're figuring out what we got in Shador.
Yeah.
that's important. He's the future.
Yeah,
According
yeah.
to Josiana Anderson.
Mhm.
If all else fails, Dante Moore is coming for them. Don't worry, guys.
Mm.
Dante Moore with that
Oregon
receiver room.
legend.
Come on.
Yeah.
What are we
He
doing?
would
A couple
thrive
of-
with Denzel Boston. Little Pacific Northwest action.
Mm.
Yeah, you would. Denzel Boston's gonna be all right. I'm starting to
All
grow
right.
a little bit on Boston.
He will
I'm
be
starting
Michael
to-
Pittman Jr.
I'm becoming a little more
Which is
bullish.
fine.
Yeah. It's fine.
I think I'm becoming a little less bullish on like Brazel. And
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
Boston's kind of itching his way in.
Make him receiver one.
No,
I feel
not-
it was
not
same way
over my
about
love.
Brazel and Tennessee that I do with most Tennessee or like Ole Miss receivers, where they're just like Tennessee merchants.
Yeah. I've had a really hard time with that one. Like trying not to just look at the helmet. Like
Yeah,
I don't even know if I would draft him personally because of that, but I have faith.
Am I the
So
only
you're-
one
you're-
that notices he's like out of bounds an absurd amount? Like even on plays where he's uninvolved, he just ends up on
Yeah.
the sideline somehow.
Oh, that's so weird.
why are they all like 6'5" too? Is that just Dante Thornton?
Yeah, I think it was like
I feel
Dante
like
Thornton.
every receiver from Tennessee has been like that.
It was like, well, who are the reasons that why we hate Tennessee receivers? It's Jalen Hyatt, Dante Thornton. Is there another?
I think it's just
Tillman,
us
maybe?
two. No, yeah, Cedric.
Josh
Cedric's-
Palmer?
but, like Cedric's been fine.
Josh Palmer was Brandon Bean's solution this year. So
Look at that.
respect to Josh
Brandon
Palmer.
Bean.
How'd that go? DJ Moore time.
That man
Demon.
would be bagging my Chick-fil-A this evening if it wasn't for Josh Allen.
You are very right. You are so right. That guy's like number one on my hit list.
Yeah, give me my Chick-fil-A sandwich and waffle fries. baby.
All right. Well, we will wrap up our 2-round mock draft right there. Let us know what picks you thought were the most absurd, excluding the Brown selections, down in the comment section below. You can join our Discord linked in the description as well. Tag, thank you again for joining us.
Of course, thank you for having
This was a pleasure to have you on. It was fun doing 2 rounds. I feel like after 1 round, it would have been like, eh. So getting into the weeds a little bit was definitely necessary because people don't really.
me. Exactly, and it allowed me to get Justin Jolie in there.
I like that.
That's right. And Katrin Allen.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right, whatever. Okay, all right. Katrin Allen, RB3. Write it down. We'll see
We're
you
not right
guys in episode 104.